Hi, this is Jackie with Solutio. In this video, I'm going to go over creating a Google form as well as embedding that form on the website. If I'm inside a Google Drive, or it might be at forms.google.com, I want to start by creating a new form. Because this is in a shared folder, that's a good thing because then Solutio can still help after the form's been created. My goal here is something like this registration form, etc. So I'm gonna go over the basics. I'm not gonna exhaust the completion of the form, but this is gonna be the religious education registration. Whoops, did not successfully grab that. And then you can add the year here every year, just know you'll have to change it regularly. If you like the all caps, great. Okay, you don't have to watch me do that part. I'm sorry. I'm just particular. I like it better how it can be on one, not all be on one line. So I'll just go back and forth with this one, family, last name. And then instead of multiple choice, it detected it probably needs a short answer, and I do probably want this one to be required. And I tend to duplicate to go to the next question. Father's name, that one may not be required in case you have any families that are not together. Mother's name. And proceed to the address. Per the kids, I like how it has it listed out here, but I think the best way to accomplish that in order to still be able to put the names in is probably just make a question per grade. And I guess the questions here also are asking if they need a packet or if they need a digital textbooks, but maybe that is maybe that information is internal. I can't tell from this form, but that's the way I would make that one. So duplicated mother's name, and maybe to give some to distinguish that as being separate, I might click the plus over here. Actually, add title and description. That one's gonna go above this area. Called students or something along those lines. Okay, so a couple things I need to see here. One is under settings. Usually if I'm inside of an organization like an @domain name G Suite account, it's going to restrict it to within that domain name. So even if you're at a parish, you might have to go back and check this setting to unrestrict it. So that's the first thing to pay attention to. Second, you can customize your theme if you want your want to match the colors of your website, which I think is a great thing to do. And I can't remember. I think it's .com. So I'm going to actually grab that blue because I think it's a gorgeous blue color. I'm using an extension on my browser called Color Picker. And then I just add that right there. I can change my background color. Oops, I needed to add. And then it adds it right there. Okay, so that's changing the theme. I can preview a live version of the form, and I can always grab this URL and just link to it. My preference is to go ahead and put it within your website. To get the embed code, we're going to click on Send. And the embed code actually is inside these two brackets right here. So we've got an option to send it via email, to share the link, or to embed. So we want the embed code, and I'm going to click Copy from the screen right here. Inside the website, I could have been logged in. We use an extension called LastPass, and it is great for remembering passwords, just by the way. And I might add a new article. Call this RE registration. here, my embed code is going to go inside the source code or the HTML. I can get to the HTML via source code or toggle editor. Several of our other videos go over embedding into articles. The last thing I would change here is the width, just because we want to make sure it's mobile responsive. We usually change the width to 100%, no matter how far it's embedded. I'm going to click OK. It does look tiny here. That's all right. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I thought there might be a religious education page. We'll see. There's adult, oh, there it is. K through 5th family formation. I'm going to save that. That's right. I remember that now. Under religious ed. And there it is right there. Of course, I'm sure this is going to be changed by parishioners. Or actually, look, she's got one right there. So she's been working on it, which is great. Yeah, I don't think that's quite going to work as far as... That was one of your questions for me, Laura. Anyway, that's what... So you found the embed code. Okay. I hope that answers the questions I was meaning to answer. If you do have other questions about Google Forms and editing them, responses are going to be in a spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet won't exist until you click here. I mean, it will show you responses here, but I think they're easier to manage in a spreadsheet, so go ahead and create a new spreadsheet to go with that. And then back in your Google Drive, you should see both your form and your spreadsheet to go with it. The form's in purple, the spreadsheet's in green. Finally, this is another video too, but I want to point it out, is that when the form is created, new questions will be added the next cell over. If you do make edits to your form in the long run, I think old questions may retain their cell. But be sure to, under the Tools option, under Notification Rules, sign up to receive a notification when a user submits a form. A person can only sign themselves up for that rule. Notice it's my email address that's showing up right there. You cannot sign anybody else up for that. So if you need that, just be sure that person has access to the spreadsheet and receives or sets up their notification rules. It's a little tidbit about forms. Hope that's helpful. Let us know if you have questions. Thanks for watching. Take care, and God bless.